Добрый день.
Good afternoon. I'm happy to welcome you at this session, AI and Retail. My name is Alexander Shulapov, Head of Business Consulting Practice after a data in Russia and moderator of this session. More than one-third of sales of large global retail is done through personalized recommendations. Online store that is changing like a like a tablecloth from Russian tales, changing and rapidly analyzing the client's data, allowing processes which is affordable not only for large retail but a large number of companies today. And these changes are reality today, and that's just the beginning. In the coming 90 minutes, we will stay together. Make yourself comfortable. It'll be very interesting. It's not a secret that tourism industry has a major role in development of retail, also cultural, entertainment, and sports activities. Areas of application of AI and its potential capabilities is one of our subjects for today. With wider overview of opportunities offered by AI, we will go to real cases, geo-recommendations to select the best location for any type of offline businesses. The client is in the center of everything, and we can all agree that this approach is the driver for development not only in retail but for other areas. In the middle of our session, we will look at it through the prism of online retail, and we'll look at how personalization of clients' offerings helps us in promotion of new products. And then we will go to internal processes, to how adding basic processes in retail, complementing them with AI approaches and digital workforce can change approaches towards tackling the tasks of daily work of large companies, of many companies. AI Journey Conference, our journey into the world of artificial intelligence. Within the framework of it, it'll be interesting to also discuss the travel industry. Tourism is also trading, also commerce, but you cannot sell your product directly. That's why you sell curiosity. And this phrase has a follow up that allows us to suggest that the industry of traveling rediscovered some interesting reasoning before social networks did. Together with Mr. Shebalov, Vice President and Research Department Head from Sabre Corporation, will give us more on prospects on opportunities of AI and machine learning. Sergey, the floor is yours. Good afternoon. My name is Sergey Shebalov. I'm head of Scientific and Research Department from Sabre Corporation. I'm happy to participate in this forum and share our experience of implementation of artificial intelligence methodologies in traveling industry. Sabre is a global leader in development and implementation of software in traveling industry. Our clients are all largest companies of the world. Tens of thousands of tourist agencies, thousands of hotels, rent-a-car agencies, railroad companies, sea cruise companies, and a lot of other companies working in the ecosystem of traveling. Sabre history started in the mid-60s of last century when IBM and American Airlines together set up an automated system for control for booking process and called it Sabre. Sabre has been investing into development of new automated systems constantly. One of our recent projects is Sabre Travel AI. This is a platform for development and deployment of methodologies of AI into traveling industry. Traveling industry is a very complicated and large-scale industry. It covers the whole world. Every day, tens of thousands of flights carry millions of passengers across the world. Hundreds of thousands of people stay in hotels, and all these passengers, all these guests of hotels generate a huge amount of data that should be processed in real-time mode. And of course, You cannot go without effectively without systems of artificial intelligence. These systems are the third generation systems that are substituting those of generation 1 and 2. The first generation automated systems were based on strict instructions that were executed by computers. Second generation, these instructions became more flexible, and computers learned how to analyze the rules that were inputted by people. And generation 3 computers learn how to analyze data directly. And basing on such data, they make their own recommendations or predictions. One of the most promising areas for applying artificial intelligence systems is personalization of traveling. Up until recently, all travelers were offered almost the same product from airlines or hotels. Now this practice is changing and is getting more and more complicated. We start to differentiate various segments of travelers and make offerings basing on how they go through the process of searching of their next travel and how they make choices. We change proposals depending on what competitors show, and we personalize our offerings for individual travelers depending on what channel of distribution they use, and so on. And of course, over the recent 2 years, we faced many challenges in the travel industry. We see that the industry is now recovering step by step after the crisis provoked by the spread of the pandemic. But there are a lot of questions about how it will be developing in the future. We do not know when and in what scope the business travelers come back. And we do not know how countries will regulate border crossing. And we do not know how exactly medicine will respond to potential emergence of new viruses of the same scale. We try and find new methods for improving profitability of all players involved into the traveling industry. We are looking at new opportunities for reducing the costs when planning and distributing and carrying out our operations, and we try to guarantee the level of service offered to travelers stay at the same high level and get more and get better. And these processes are based on constant deployment of the most advanced developments of science and technologies, and they are always adjusted to be in line with the priorities of the players of traveling industry and to meet the requirements that are constantly changing, requirements of travelers set for the services. And we think that the main factor in successfully responding to all these questions is development of smarter systems based on a large amount of data available in the industry. These systems should offer more opportunities to travelers and enhance their choice, but this should be done in a way that these opportunities better correlate with the interests of travelers and be in line with their aspirations. And that's where we are assisted by AI systems. They allow us to automatically analyze a large amount of data and understand better and predict the preferences of travelers. Through these systems, we are modeling the decision-making process and look into all factors that impact the process, such as previous history of travels, purpose of a travel and its parameters, and also competitors' offerings that are available today. And thus, we can create the best offer for a traveler that meets all his requirements and preferences. Developing systems of artificial intelligence is combined in Sabre in one area, Sabre Travel AI. And in this area, we work closely with Google in partnership. And this partnership allows us to develop AI systems in a faster way than if we do it on our own. Sabre brings into this partnership brings a large experience of development of technological systems for traveling industry, and also a large amount of data we have accumulated and we're still accumulating about the industry, working with companies that offer services in this area. We also know the business processes introduced in these companies and their requirements towards technologies and the preferences of the travelers. From the side of Google, we use unprecedented amount and speed of data processing in the cloud. Apart from that, Google has developed a large number of special programs and products for implementation of AI systems and is very experienced in working with such systems in many industries. Now, I would like to show you a small video that can offer you more details on Sabre Travel AI.
More personal. Introducing Sabre Travel AI, the ingrained technology that will help make personalized travel a reality. Bringing together Sabre's deep industry expertise with Google Cloud's state-of-the-art AI technology and advanced learning capabilities, Sabre Travel AI enables travel companies to take retailing and customer experiences to the next level. Access real-time, unprecedented data on traveler preferences and business insights like never before to provide the right offer to the right person at the right time, extending that customized experience all the way through to the day of travel. It's about getting better acquainted with today's traveler, who they are, their likes, their dislikes, and using predictive insights to keep them coming back for more. Increase revenue opportunities while enabling more tailored travel experiences. Scalable, intelligent. Take a bold step forward in infusing decision science across the full travel spectrum. And get ready to experience everything Sabre Travel AI has in store for the future of travel.
One of the main areas for utilizing Sabre Travel AI is retailing of traveling. Last week, Sabre announced launching a new platform, which is called Retail Intelligence. This platform allows us to support all retailing processes in airlines. Today, in the market, there are two products available based on this platform: Air Price IQ and Ancillary IQ. Air Price IQ is helping companies to make the pricing effective for various flights from various cities, considering all prices of competitors that offer services in the same market. Ancillary IQ is using a large amount of historical data to buy secondary services when carrying passengers and offers you optimal strategy of selling these services and products for every traveler. Up until recently, airlines were using technologies of support of retailing processes based on statistical data and managed by business rules that call for constant interference of analysts. With the Deployment of real retail intelligence. We use AI systems when supporting retailing processes, and this allows us to articulate individual offerings for travelers based on both historical and real-time data available at a purchase time during traveling or when you offer the service. Retailing of traveling is just one of the areas that can be improved through systems of artificial intelligence. We also work on various projects in other areas. For instance, artificial intelligence systems can be used to optimize route network of airlines, to support systems of frequently flying passengers or payment systems. Some of the areas are already very well developed. Others, like fintech, has just started their development, but in all of them, the systems of artificial intelligence are capable of improving the service offered to the travelers and increase the profitability of companies who offer services in such areas. And this is it from me, and I will try and answer your questions, if any. Thank you very much for your attention. Sergey, thank you very much for your very interesting presentation.